sir, that's my place.
Who?
That's my daughter.
Oh, Ravina, she can take it if she wants. Hare Krishna. How many of you are work from home today? Very productive. Hare. In the eyes of the Lord, you are being very productive. COVID came, a lot of people working from home. Very nice. So, before we get started, I want to actually take the blessings, prayers from all of you assembled Vaishnavas. Because the people who actually spoke before me, they set a very high standard, very high benchmark. Both of them are full-time devotees. I am not a full-time devotee. So, there are more exalted devotees here than me. But because I'm trying to do my duty, so I'm speaking something about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. So, I request you to, all of you to pray, bless, so that I speak the right words. Please forgive me if I'm actually committing any offenses. If I make mistakes, please do correct me. Please tolerate me, because it's not easy to speak about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, probably actually, I'm not between you and lunch, because there's no lunch today. So we have enough time. But we are always in the midst of, this world is Maya Devi's kingdom or queendom. So we are always in this mood of getting sleep, tiredness, no interest. So today is actually a very special day, because Lord Chaitanya's appearance day. So one day we have to tolerate, right? In a year, one day. And Janmashtami comes one day. And Nityananda Rishi comes one day. So, yeah, half day, yes. So it's a special occasion. So special occasion means special austerities. But the austerity is so wonderful. It is susukam kartum avyayam. It is done with pleasure. If you have to be alone, then you can't do this. But with devotees, it's possible. Yeah. I'm going to actually talk about something different, of course related to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But the importance of why are we here, first of all. So many things are there. And what is the commitment you can really take on this auspicious occasion? Because Lord Chaitanya's appearance day, he is actually in a mood to give blessings. What are you going to ask for? Right? Of course, we want to hear Lord Chaitanya's pastimes all the time. But sometimes, or most of the times, we actually want to get the Lord's blessings for our sense gratification, not to actually please the Lord. So how do we change that mindset? How to get to pure devotion service? We'll try to actually understand. How did the Acharyas actually achieve this perfection? Right? Maybe from Prabodhananda Saraswati's lifestyle. And Lord Chaitanya himself actually gives different instructions. What is Lord Chaitanya's instruction to all of us? The 6th Ashtakam, which we chant every day. Right? That's the last of Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you see the last chapter, that is the 6th Ashtakam. But over the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Lord actually has given a lot of instructions, which is very practical in the interaction that he had with many devotees. So we'll try to actually hear some of those pastimes also, because Vajra Krishna Prabhu actually spoke about the Balya Leela already, which is actually very mischievous, very funny, nice to hear. It's very nectarian. It actually fills the heart. Like Lord Chaitanya can do all those things. That means he will also actually consider me as part of his group. Prabhu also allowed us to actually take shelter of the Acharyas, Radhapati Gopinath Prabhu. How to actually pray to the Lord, his devotees, spiritual masters, previous Acharyas, all of them, and the expansion, mainly Nityananda Prabhu. So we are very fortunate actually. If we are somewhere else, we wouldn't actually gone through this. But somehow, by Krishna's mercy, Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we actually are here going through all those things. So, before we start, we pray to the spiritual masters so that we are qualified to actually hear all these things, because we definitely are not qualified to hear all these things, exalted things. Somehow somebody has written, somebody has actually made all the qualification for us. We are sitting here and trying to remember that. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, Srila Prabhupada, our dear Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, his greatest gift to all of us is actually giving us the holy names of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Of course, he actually built the temples, right? He gave us ISKCON. He gave us the festivals, fasting, prasadam, right? And the wonderful deities that we have across the world. So many deities. Everybody feels that Srila Prabhupada's favorite deity is their deity. That's why they sing, right? They all, if you see in the many of the bigger temples, they actually sing this song every day. Srila Prabhupada Pranadana He Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe. Like that they will sing. If you actually, we used to sing this before. They will say Srila Prabhupada Pranadana He Jaya Radha Krishna Chandra Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe. So everybody would actually feel that they are personal deities of Prabhupada, right? That's how Prabhupada is actually present in all the temples of ISKCON. In fact, Prabhupada, in one devotee said, when you are not here, what do I do? He said, I am there everywhere, in all the temples. You are not doing service. I am the one serving Krishna. None of you have qualification to serve Krishna. You are just assisting me to serve Prabhupada, to serve Krishna. Right? So we should always have that faith that Srila Prabhupada is here, present with all of us. Like that, everything that he has given, the way we actually tie dhotis, right? We do Tulsi Arati, all this process, Narsinghdev's Pranam Mantra, everything Prabhupada gave us, right? But more than all these things, Srila Prabhupada gave us a very important thing. What is that? Books. Srila Prabhupada books. He had given this because although Lord Chaitanya actually appeared in the Bharata Varsha, or rather than Bharata Khanda, I'm doing Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav. In the Bharata Khanda, we can understand 500 years back, but we would have known or unknown Lord Chaitanya if we are not actually read Srila Prabhupada books. How many of you knew Lord Chaitanya before coming to ISKCON? Anybody here? Very nice, a few people. But did you know how Lord Chaitanya, like this? Social textbook. Yes. Religious reformers. Yeah, great personality. So, so Prabhupada actually had given this wonderful situation, wonderful opportunity, wonderful creation that he's done for all of us in ISKCON, right? Otherwise, I wouldn't be fasting. I won't be even thinking about all those things. And end of the day, we would have just lived like anybody else in this world, and then Punarapi Janam, Punarapi Maranam. But Prabhupada gave these books, and especially the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, all the books that he has actually written mainly by reading them, understanding, we know Lord Chaitanya is here. Right? Because otherwise, this Gaur Purnima we wouldn't have celebrated if Prabhupada actually had not written all these things. Now, we should actually be very grateful to this Acharya, Srila Prabhupada. If you are not grateful, then devotees say, you are not a grateful person, you are a great fool. Right? So they use this word jugglery to explain that how grateful we should be to Srila Prabhupada. Because even today, if you are not grateful to our spiritual masters and the parampara, then whatever worship we do will be tinged with our own sense gratification. But whatever, what do you say, bhiksha or alms that they are given, it's their mercy, it's their blessings that we are actually being like this. It's not on our own endeavor. Now, Prabhupada said, actually, I live in his books. I live in my books. Srila Prabhupada lives in his books. So, if sunlight is actually, how do you know the plant gets nourished? Huh? It grows, it gives fruits, flowers, right? And then you can actually, it's adding value to the environment or the society. Similarly, a devotee, if he's getting nourished by Srila Prabhupada books, they become very, very fragrant. Not in the sense of smell, more of value that they can add to the society. Right? So we should actually see on this day, Mahaprabhu's blessings are there on us, that how am I actually adding value to the society? What am I doing for the society? What can I do to the society? Right? This has to be our, because Lord Chaitanya came here to give Krishna consciousness. He wanted to make everybody Krishna conscious, not just the educated class of people. Not just the educated class of people. He wanted to deliver everybody, fallen souls, who are not interested in reading Srila Prabhupada books also, such kind of people. So he actually requested all of us to do one thing. Yare dekho tare kaho, Krishna Upadesh. So this has to be ingrained in our, I would say, DNA, in the blood, that someday I should actually preach if I'm not preaching today. If you can preach, preach. Not, at least keep thinking, when do I do this, my Lord? Because then Lord Chaitanya gets pleased only by people preaching and then getting everyone back to Krishna. Now, let's actually get a little deeper, because I'm going to share some of the teachings Lord Chaitanya gave. For example, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, he gave some special instruction to them, which is actually relevant to all of us. Again, these all can be fitted into those 8 verses, 6 Ashtakam verses. But when you actually see the exact situation of why Lord Chaitanya gave that, it'll be very nice to actually hear. Yeah? Maybe we should actually sing a song before we get started. I'm thinking, okay? Let's sing Yadi Gaurna Hoito, because if Lord Chaitanya had not come, I don't think actually we'll be doing all these things. So let's sing that. Somebody can play a harmonium, or who is good in this? Yadi Gaurna Hoito. Oh, is there? Okay. Let me see. Can somebody project the song here? This is actually sung by Vasudev Ghosh, one of the brothers whom Lord Chaitanya actually loved so much. Is it there? Has it come? We don't have? Oh, you can, okay. See, Yadi Gaurna Hoito song, you can actually open up that. Yedi Gaurna Hoito tabe ki hoito kemona daritande. Gaurna Hoito tabe ki hoito kemona daritande. Radhar Mahima Prema Rasa Sima Jagat Jane Toke. Radhar Mahima Prema Rasa Sima Jagat Jane Toke. Madhur विपिन माधुरी प्रवेश चातुरी सा मधुरिंदा विपिन माधुरी प्रवेश चातुरी सा बरज युवती भावेर्वाखती
Just to say, if Mahaprabhu had not come, just like His Holiness Jayapataka Maharaj actually has sung this song, Yedi Prabhupada Na Hoito. If Prabhupada had not actually come, we won't be knowing all these things at all. Absolutely nothing. So, how much grateful we should be, because gratitude is the most important aspect.
For a devotee practicing Krishna consciousness, because humility, all these things takes time to get. Naturally doesn't come. At least thank for what we have got in life. Whatever it is, it's because of the mercy of the Lord. and the devotees. So if you are grateful, then all the qualities will come. When Krishna sees that, understand one thing very, very important. Not by our own endeavor you can get all these good qualities. You can get all these good qualities only when Krishna bestows on us. Otherwise, we imitate that this is humility. We imitate this is honesty. We imitate this is simplicity. This is our imitation. It is not the real imitation from Krishna's eyes. When Krishna bestows these good qualities, then they stay with us. That's very natural. So when will Krishna give us all these things? When we actually at least thank him saying, what you have given, I'm happy with that, my Lord. Thank you so much. Then you see you are actually satisfied, I'll give you more. When you keep asking for more and more, then you can be greedy for Krishna consciousness, but not be greedy for all this good qualities so that others will actually appreciate you. That should not be the case. Anyways, so here Mahaprabhu came for two reasons. Of course, here it said Srimati Radharani's love for Krishna would have never been known to anybody if Mahaprabhu had not come. Because they all think, how many of you knew who is Radha Krishna and their pastimes and all those things in the right way, how Prabhupada explained before coming to ISKCON? None of us will know. They think that Radha and Krishna are like some boy and girl, loving each other. Not like Supreme Person of Godhead, that mindset. It's not there. Not be there. Because it's not easy to understand at all. And that understanding, Mahaprabhu is going to give free. Like how Radhapati Prabhu actually explained so many wonderful points that Mahaprabhu's come here to deliver everybody, and even if someone is actually having a doggish mentality, can't understand anything, they will also get Krishna Prema. Then you'll be wondering, like, why do we do all these things? Right? Just to show the Lord that I'm interested to get it. But by our own endeavor, you cannot actually attract Krishna. When Krishna feels that he is happy, he gives it. And when Krishna becomes happy, when Guru is happy. And when Guru will be happy, when you follow what he is telling you. Right? This is how it's all connected, interconnected. Right? Today being Gaur Purnima, we'll actually focus on Gauranga Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Right? When Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day comes, we'll focus on Nityananda Prabhu's appearance day, his pastimes. So by hearing this, that personality becomes very happy. When they are happy, we get the blessings of Krishna consciousness. Now, we actually had the fortune of hearing from Vajakrishna Prabhu. He spoke about from Adikhanda, that is Chaitanya Bhagavat or Chaitanya Mangalam, whatever you call it as. And Radhapati Gopinath Prabhu actually spoke from Chaitanya Charitamrita. We actually read everything. Now, when Chaitanya Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Mangalam was already there, why did they write Chaitanya Charitamrita? Prabhu actually briefly explained the reason that the post-sannyas activities was not captured in Chaitanya Bhagavat, because that was a very serious, because Lord Chaitanya was very mischievous when he was small as Nimai, and when he became a devotee, he would actually still have pastimes which is very relishable, understandable. But the post-sannyas Leela, it's very difficult to understand, very, very difficult to understand. And the Chaitanya Bhagavat did not actually have description about the relationship between devotees. You all heard about this Kanishta Adhikari, Madhyama Adhikari and Uttam Adhikari, right? When somebody actually is very attracted to the deities, they are chanting Hare Krishna very nicely, they are taking prasadam, following the four-legged principles, reading Prabhupada books, all these things happening, but they don't have good relationship with devotees, you are called as a top-class Kanishta Adhikari. Only when devotee relationship starts and you actually are understanding how to serve the Vaishnavas, then the Madhyama Adhikari stage comes. Otherwise it will not come. And one has to become Uttama Adhikari before going back to Godhead. So this whole thing was not written in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So, first Jiva Goswami requested, then Raghunath Bhatta Goswami requested. They all started requesting Krishna Kaviraj Goswami to write Chaitanya Charitamrita. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes was mostly in the post-sannyas Leela happened in Jagannath Puri, not in other places. Jagannath Puri actually mainly, because of course the travel part was there, but the extremely difficult aspect, which is the essence of Srimati Radharani's love to Krishna, that happened in Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya appeared here for two reasons. right? One is external reason is to make everybody devotee and send them back to Godhead. Second thing is to experience what is Srimati Radharani feeling about him. What does a devotee feel? Because Krishna actually has only one weakness, which is our strength. Do you know what it is? Huh? Krishna cannot experience? What? Basically, being a devotee, he loves his devotee. He loves his devotees so much, especially the pure devotees. He loves them so much that he loses control, saying that whatever you ask for, I'll give you. That mindset. And that's his weakness. And that's our strength. So when you are completely sold out to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, then the Lord will do everything. This is his weakness and that's our strength. So that was not explained anywhere in Bhagavatam or not in Bhagavatam, anywhere in the Shastras. It is there in Bhagavatam, but it was not demonstrated by anybody. And Lord Chaitanya came to give that part. And that part, who is the greatest devotee of Krishna? Srimati Radharani. And he wanted to relish that. And he had not done that at all. He had not done that at all. And that he did in Jagannath Puri. That's the most important aspect, and that's actually post Sannyas Leela. That nobody had covered. So, he wanted to make sure that that information is available. So, Jiva Goswami actually approached Krishna Kaviraj Goswami and said, please write it. So everybody started telling him, but then he actually had not seen Mahaprabhu at all, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami. He lived in Radhakund area. Who had seen? Jiva Goswami had seen, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami had seen, and Raghunath Das Goswami had seen Mahaprabhu. So, Raghunath Das Goswami and Bhatta Goswami would give lectures to all the devotees in Radhakund. And those were actually written by Krishna Kaviraj Goswami. And when he was invalid, we saw that, right? Krishna Goswami is very humbly saying that I am not qualified. First of all, I am a fool. See, this is common mindset of all the pure devotees. They will say, if you read their feelings, they will say, I am useless, I am very fallen, I am not worth it. If you hear my name, you will go to hell, guaranteed. I will write in a bond paper and give you. Right? And you will find like, if outsiders read this fellow has written a book. Who will, see, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami is actually glorifying. No, that is different. This is the previous author. Who? Vrindavan Das Thakur. He is glorifying. Which author actually tells him, you are reading this book is waste. I am telling you, you are a fool to read this. Please read that. Right? Prabhu said, like Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, the Chaitanya Bhagavat read 100 times at least. Right? Of course, there is a reason for that. Because the Balya Leela is very attractive. This is very difficult to understand the Sannyas Leela, post Sannyas Leela, especially the Sannyas Leela, especially that Radharani's bhav towards Krishna. That he exhibited that in Puri. It's not easy for neophytes to understand. Once we are very attracted to Lord Chaitanya, then you will start relishing. Otherwise, it will be like Prabhu explained, right? When Pratap Rudra Maharaj did not know all these details about Radha and Krishna, like Lord Chaitanya. So, when Lord Chaitanya drooled, right, the foam comes. This is all very exalted transformation happens when pure devotees feel the separation from Krishna. He was not qualified. And today, we will not be qualified if this was not written. Right? And all of them begged, please write, please write. And Krishna Kaviraj Goswami is actually glorifying him so much. Right? This is actually the Vaishnava etiquette. This was not there in Chaitanya Bhagavatam so much. Somebody had to write it, because if you don't come to understanding the relationship between devotees properly and progress in that, then you will be in a first class Kanishtadhikari. Right? So that is why Chaitanya Charitamrita was written. And even in our own service also, sometimes we'll have to do the same service. Right? The service should be done such a way that the other person should feel, when you come in, I enjoy doing the service more to Krishna. Not to become competitive to that person. It's not acted on an egotistical platform. Not to say that, okay, I come in, that means you actually have to leave that place. No, that is actually done in a very wrong understanding. So here, Krishna Kaviraj Goswami is actually glorifying Chaitanya Bhagavata, especially the Chaitanya Mangalam of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Now, because his respect, awe and reverence what he had for Vrindavan Das Thakur was immense. He said, I am not qualified. And those days we didn't have anything, right? I mean, no mobile phone, no weather folio, none of these things are available. I don't know how they were able to remember all these pastimes just looking at the diaries, no videos, nothing. And then the way they have written everything, because all the devotees blessed. And Krishna Kaviraj Goswami prays to all the Vaishnavas. Anybody who is attached to Lord Chaitanya in some way or other, they would actually he would actually pray to them and say, please, I am begging for your mercy, and through your mercy I will be able to write this. And every time you will find that the Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, let's sing, Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So that's why he keeps telling them, every chapter beginning and end you will find something glorifying. Of course, in the end you will always give benedictions. The benediction is that you will become a devotee of Lord Chaitanya. You will become a devotee of Lord Chaitanya very soon. You will get love of God. So he gives giving us this benediction. So this is the advantage of hearing from the acharyas, our sampradaya. Now, if Lord Chaitanya had not empowered Krishna Kaviraj Goswami, he wouldn't have completed 95 years. Is actually, he was invalid basically. He was not able to move around in Radhakund. Because all of them said, he wrote. And he wrote the Adi Leela very nicely, which was, many a times he would say, it's already covered in Vrindavan Das Thakur's Chaitanya Bhagavat. So I'm not actually putting, otherwise the volume of the book will be big. And went on. When Madhya Leela came, the devotees mentioned there that he actually was feeling little scared. What if he leaves the body before writing everything? Mahaprabhu's Sannyas Leela wouldn't be known. So in Madhya Leela itself, he actually has explained all the Adi Leela, Antya Leela part also. Right? You will find that Srila Prabhupada also did this. Srila Prabhupada actually in the 6th canto, 6th, 7th canto, he finished that and went to complete Chaitanya Charitamrita. He stopped in the 7th canto. Right? He said like, what if I leave? No one will know Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because Chaitanya Bhagavat translation Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given from Bengali. Chaitanya Charitamrita nobody has given. None of the previous acharyas has given. Even if they are given little some hodgepodge stuff is there, not in the way we understand today. So Prabhupada actually wrote everything in a matter of 6 months. Can you imagine? And he said, actually some people say 2 years he wrote everything. But he finished very fast, that much you can understand. And they had printed only one book. And they actually asked, Rameshwar Maharaj was actually the main BBT in charge, said, please get this done. Said, yeah, we will take about 2 years to print everything. Said, 2 months. So 2 months, impossible. And Prabhupada became angry. Said, impossible is a word in fool's dictionary. They were all scared like anything. Prabhupada said, it's a fool only will say it's impossible. Right? It's possible. Why? If you take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, impossible doesn't exist. But we don't take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, we take shelter of our own intelligence. Right? If you see from intelligence perspective, how can you actually proofread, paint, get everything typeset? Those days, this kind of computer printers were not there. It's not easy to print. How can you print everything in 2 months? They did it. Day and night they work together. Right? Now we can understand what mood we should imbibe to go back to Godhead. Right? We should actually practice these things seriously and think about it. Yeah, I should actually try to do something for this moment. And you actually have this, then the blessings automatically come. Now they completed the entire thing in this 2 months. And Chaitanya Charitamrita actually has 11,150 verses, something like that, around that number, right? 11,150 verses describing everything. The Balya, then the philosophy, and the Sannyas Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, it's important that we also actually take, there is said, actually many of the acharyas also mentioned this, I heard this, Prabhupada also mentions in the conversations many places that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur used to say this, imagine there is fire all over the place, all the books are gone. If you actually have a copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita, you have not lost anything. That is the power of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Remember, Bhagavad Gita, who all has written commentaries? Vaishnavas have written. Then Shankaracharya, impersonalists have written, Mayavadis have written, all the Vaishnavas have written. Outside also the time management for Bhagavad Gita, they also take that and then twist and turn. Srimad Bhagavatam, who has written? Vaishnavacharyas. All the Vaishnavacharyas, right? I don't think the Mayavadis touch that because it's very difficult to say that Krishna is not a person. Very difficult, right? They won't touch it, saying that it's Purana anyways. Purana we don't touch, only Upanishads. Somehow they'll do something and then get over it. What is scripture for only Gaudiya Vaishnavas? Only Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you actually want to be called as a Gaudiya Vaishnava, we should be thorough with Chaitanya Charitamrita. Of course, today is Gaur Purnima, so we are talking like that. Of course, Bhagavad Gita is important, Bhagavatam is important. I am not saying that drop everything, like pick up this. No, this is actually the goal. Actually, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas will live only in this, only in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Adi, what do you call the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Chaitanya Charitamrita. They will just read this and live in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's world. That's Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, all of them. They will just quote once in a while for preaching sake from Bhagavad Gita Bhagavatam, but they live here. They live only in this. A true Gaudiya Vaishnava means they will be only in this Chaitanya all the time. Yeah. So this whole thing Prabhupada has given, very nice day to actually take a copy of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay. Because I saw Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's that Subodhini also. Very nice. Whatever it is, somehow get attracted to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somehow. Because as Prabhu said, Radhapati Prabhu explained it so nicely. If you actually approach Radha and Krishna, which is goal, but mathematics can get into the equation. It's very difficult actually, unless until Sarva Dharman Parityaja Maam Ekam Sharanam Raja, only when you surrender, then I will give you the mercy. Lord Chaitanya is not asking for surrender also. Okay, you don't surrender, don't surrender. Take the little prasadam and say, chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. You do this, automatically you are surrendered, you are doing everything what Krishna is asking. But is he explaining with logic? No logic. His mercy has no logic. He just distributes mercy without any logic. So it's very difficult. That is why Mahaprabhu's glories, if you can actually get attracted to it, there's nothing that you lose in life. It's so wonderful. Really, really wonderful. And we can see that Mahaprabhu actually gave different instructions to different devotees. So I collected some of these things from Chaitanya Charitamrita. I thought actually it would be useful to all of us. One of the most important things, we all know it, nothing new. But it's good to actually commit ourselves to Lord Chaitanya, saying that I will try to follow these instructions. First thing he said was, don't have unnecessary gossip. Gossip is prajalpa, right? Don't have this gossip. Don't do this gossip. It's very dangerous. In fact, Srimati Radharani, there's a book written by Puri Das. Puri Das is basically Lord Chaitanya's follower. He's written a lot of wonderful pastimes of Radha and Krishna in a very different way. In one of the explanations given, Srimati Radharani would actually call up Lalita Shaki. Lalita Shaki happens to be her teacher for all the moods, how she has to deal with Krishna. Lalita Shaki would tell you, you are supposed to actually frown like this or like this, something like, eyebrows, only one side eyebrow will go. You can do all those things with Krishna. So she would teach. So they call it as Man Leela, when Krishna actually becomes, Srimati Radharani becomes disturbed. And these are very high pastimes. Why I am quoting this? Because Srimati Radharani tells Lalita Shaki, oh Lalita Shaki, you actually are very, very intelligent in these things. Please help me with one thing. She tells that I have a little bit of a problem. The problem is that I am not able to close my ears. Okay? Unfortunately, there is one Baba sitting in the middle of forest. Okay? Who is hard-hearted. He is describing the flute. Hard-hearted fellow, Baba. And once in a while, he actually chants this Uchchatana mantra. Uchchatana mantra means in the tantric way, right? Tantra is given by Lord Shiva to Kali Devi. There's a mantra. When you say the mantra, the other person becomes mesmerized. In the sense, they come under your control. They'll chant that mantra. You hear that mantra, you are gone. That means you cannot control yourself. So he says this Babaji actually chants the Uchchatana mantra. then it enters my ears, I lose my ability to think. I lose my duties. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I completely forget myself. Right? So please help me how to. So it's done in a very poetical way. I'm not actually a poet, so I don't know how to explain that. But the point I'm trying to say is Srimati Radharani does not hear anything apart from Krishna. So for us also, we should actually practice this. It may be difficult because we are not used to it so much. From time immemorial, we have been hearing about Gramya Katha. One lifetime you have to hear about Krishna Katha. How is it possible? Right? So today being Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, we can pray to Lord Chaitanya saying that I want to do this, but I don't know how to do it. You make it happen. Right? Sometimes we don't know what to pray to the Lord. So pray like this. Ask Him, how can I become a better devotee? Right? So this is, if you don't do this, then all of us actually will do Vaishnava Aparad. Because it's nice to hear Vaishnava Aparad. Prabhu actually used a Hindi word saying that somebody else's fall down is actually a lot of fun. Right? I don't know what Hindi word you used, Radhapati Prabhu. But the point is like, if somebody actually is not making progress, you feel very comfortable. Right? You feel happy in some sense. Unless that person is trained by you. If they are trained by you, you want them to become pure devotee. But if somebody else is there, who may be your peer, and they are making progress, said, "Thoda slow jao yaar. We have full life to actually practice." Right? Why are you actually becoming more and more serious so fast? Right? Sometimes we have that mindset. We may not express it outside, but this mindset is always there. Conditioned soul will get it naturally. There's nothing wrong in that, but we have to work towards removing such a mindset. Again, the Madhya Lila and Antya Lila is all about relationships. Mahaprabhu is actually explaining so many things like this. And he actually tells the devotees, don't do Gramya Katha, especially when Mahaprabhu actually, the South India tour, he came, along with him, a servant came. Anyone knows the servant name? Kala Krishna Das. Yeah, so he was there, and Mahaprabhu told, you actually are you're going to fall down because you're hearing everybody and anybody who's speaking. And he did that. He went to this South Kerala side, and he heard all these Shaktas, some tantric worshippers, and he got attracted. They said, I will show you God. And they took them to some girl, and then said, oh, see, how is the pleasure and all those things. He was so confused, and Mahaprabhu had to actually drag him out. So Mahaprabhu tells that we should actually avoid this unnecessary talks. Hearing also, both. If you do that, then your seriousness to become Krishna conscious will not awaken. Many of the brahmacharis have this mindset, so they are able to make progress. Many of the grihasthas don't get this because Gramya Katha guaranteed. So we don't take it seriously. So today we can reconfirm with the Lord, yes, I want to do it. I want to actually become serious. There are about 8 or 9 points I wrote down, so I'll speak one of these one by one. The second thing Mahaprabhu actually mentions is control what you get into your eyes, ears and mouth. Right? Over the time he actually means that you have to control what you see. If you see wrong things, then it's dangerous. It goes and creates a vasanas inside. And especially the mouth, you put anything and everything except prasadam, then controlling will be a problem. He says that devotees should not go. He gives different instances. He actually mentions that you should not actually go look for good food. If you look for good food, then naturally actually you'll be attracted to your tongue, and you want to actually take care of your body. And as long as you're taking care of your body, then Krishna consciousness, Hare Krishna. You will not get it so easily. It's not easy. There's a nice story, I remember now, of one devotee by name Shuddha Krishna Das Babaji. You remember this Tulsi Arati we sing, no? Dina Krishna Das Eko Yena Mora Hoy Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sada Jena Vasi. You remember this? That Dina Krishna Das is actually the title of this Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. He wrote this song. He was from Govardhan. Way back, he's a Gaudiya Vaishnava. Way back, long, even before Lord Chaitanya. He was there in Govardhan. So he wrote this song, and that's what we sing today. So this devotee, he came to Vrindavan with one intention that he wanted to actually attain Radha Krishna. He wanted only Radha Krishna, nothing else. So he was a teenager maybe, and he served in Vrajadham for about 2-3 years without anybody's guidance. Right? And he realized that this happened, I think, maybe about 400 years back, because it's mentioned that in the book, Puridas book, that Rupa Goswami actually had after Rupa Goswami left, he was there. So he thought, in Rajadam, I'm not making any progress. He was doing service, but he felt he's not making any progress. He thought I should go to Radha Govinda, Jaipur. In Radha Govinda, because they are deities of whom? Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami's personal deity is Radha Govinda. So he felt, if I go and serve them, then Rupa Goswami will bless me, then I'll become a perfect devotee to attain Radha and Krishna. So he went to Jaipur. And in Jaipur, he actually really did a lot of service to Radha Govinda deities. And I heard this, I have not actually really experienced this. In Radha Govinda temple in Jaipur, they give you a laddu. Any of you have eaten that laddu? Eaten? The Gaudiya Vaishnavas contains that laddu is the top most in the creation, not the Tirupati laddu. They don't consider Tirupati laddu as that. Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We are south because we are close to Tirupati, we actually like this laddu more. But that laddu is supposed to be top class. And you would get one laddu every day. This Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. So that time he was not a Babaji Maharaj, he was a boy. And he would actually do all the service for Radha Govinda and eat this laddu. He waited for 2-3 years, nothing happened. Right? And he came back he thought Vrindavan is better for me. Let me go to Raj. Many a times we also feel that I'm not making any progress. Right? So when he came to Vrindavan, he went to Kamyavan. In Kamyavan, there was actually a senior devotee by name Jai Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj. They all like that. Those days all Babajis only were there. This guy, we went and told him, see, this is what I did. I came and served in Rajadam, nothing happened. I went to Radha Govinda, nothing happened. And then I come back here. I don't know, tell me what I should do. I want to get Radha Krishna. So he told, when the wood is not dry, it will not catch fire. Your conscience is actually polluted by Radha Govinda's laddu. He was shocked. How did he know, first of all, that I was eating this? And in fact, this Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj liked the laddu. It's very tasty. So then he told Babaji, saying that, okay, from now on I'm not going to actually eat it. He said, yes, when consciousness is dry, Krishna consciousness will ablaze. It will actually take full form. You will get madness of love for Krishna very fast. He said, okay, I will do that. And he became so serious, he would just have neem leaves and just Yamuna water every day. That's all through his life. And he wrote this song, Tulsi Arati song. That's why the Radha Govinda name is there. Right? Radha Govinda Preme Sadajambasi. So he became blind in the end because of eating this kind of food. But we don't have to be so severe in our austerities. But we should understand, if we actually are thinking about having nice food all the time, be relaxed and things like that, Krishna consciousness is not going to be so easy. So Mahaprabhu, in fact, he told Raghunath Das Goswami, you all know that pastime, right? Raghunath Goswami came from a very rich family, very comfortable. He used to actually come and then beg in Jagannath Puri, right? And Jagannath Puri, whatever pilgrims were giving, he used to eat that. Then he would actually go to the next level, because Mahaprabhu did not approve it. He would go to the next level. The next level was what? Anybody knows? Whatever is rejected by the cows, or the one which is washed. After everybody washes hands in the Anand Bazaar, some grains will fall. You would pick that up, wash that, and eat. This is the austerity that our acharyas have had. It's not easy. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mahiswara ki Jai, Shri Nisai Chaitanya Bhagavan ki Jai. It is not easy to achieve that, but they did this. Raghunath Das Goswami took that, and even that Mahaprabhu did not approve. Can you imagine? Because he was actually showing us what's the standard of renunciation the devotee should aspire for, not imitate. Don't try to imitate. Today, Prabhu has told me, you all eat, put everything, I will wash my hands and eat that. Then you will fall sick. And don't do that. But the point is, Mahaprabhu says that austerity that we take for Krishna's pleasure, that is very pleasing to the Lord. Then Raghunath Das Goswami went next one, when the cows actually are rejecting the food, very dry, everything is gone. Sometimes actually they overcook and something is thrown out and they become dried. And Raghunath Das Goswami would pick that up, wash that and eat it. And this is what Mahaprabhu liked. Can you imagine? Prabhupada was very, very merciful. Prabhupada did not actually give all these things to us. So, what I'm trying to say is, this aspect of Mahaprabhu actually told Raghunath Das Goswami, this is actually a standard of a devotee, especially in reverence order, right? But not to imitate them. We should actually hear and understand Mahaprabhu likes when we become strict. When we try to follow things strictly and not take things for granted, and that Krishna is there, he'll give me mercy, I am actually a special soul, only for me he'll give me mercy, for nobody else he'll give mercy. That mindset don't be there. He will not give mercy to unnecessarily. We have to actually prove that I am worthless. Then you get the mercy of the Lord. So avoid that kind of mindset, right? The same thing, same example actually even in Ramacharya's pastime there is there. That when Ramacharya was there in Srirangam, there's a place where there is a pond inside. In that pond, when Ramacharya was walking with his disciples, he had about 50,000 sannyasi disciples, they say. 50,000 sannyasi disciples. They would all come together and Ramacharya would actually give them prasadam, and then one day actually he threw some of the whatever remnants in the hand into the pond. Right? They call it the Kalyani, right? And suddenly there were 2-3 Vishnu Duta forms which going up, because the fish ate whatever came from his hand, Mahaprasadam, and they actually took the Vaikuntha form and went back. And all the sannyasis were looking, every day we are eating your, nothing is happening to us. This fish actually, what happened really? Then Ramacharya explained to them that they were anxious for eating anything which comes, and they didn't know the mercy. You people take my Mahaprasadam for granted. Many times we eat prasadam, we are supposed to honor prasadam, right? But we don't actually really value that prasadam. It's really Krishna has given me this opportunity, right? In our life, He has given so many good things. We don't thank Him, right? Sometimes we don't do it. So it's good to think of those things and thank the Lord for what all He has done fully here for us, right? Just like I would say, like in Vyas Puja, we thank Sri Prabhupada, our spiritual masters, on their appearance day. This is His appearance day. What Lord Chaitanya has done to us over the year. If we thank Him, that's a gift that we can give Him, right? Then again, same thing with Sanatana Goswami. I did this. Don't wear very complicated clothes. Wear simple clothes. Simple. Because you remember Sanatana Goswami got this very rich quilt extended with that rags, and Mahaprabhu liked it. He said, yeah. But that doesn't mean, see again, don't imitate, okay? Tomorrow evening when you come for the Darshanarti or the Abhishekam, people come with all beggar kind of clothes, and like, what happened? I said, Prabhuji told me in the class, and that's why I'm coming. Then Anukul will not allow me to give class. But what I'm trying to say is, Mahaprabhu likes us to be simple. Don't complicate life. Already life is complicated, and you actually say, only if I wear suit and coat and things like that, I'll be happy. Very costly dress only I have to wear. Not necessary. To please the Lord, we don't need that. We just need a clean, sattvic clothes to wear. Yeah? So that is one thing that Mahaprabhu gave. Then, again, this is very simple. We all know. Always give respect to others and don't expect anything written. That Tranadapi Sunichena, Tarvari Vasayashtuna, Manena Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. This principle Mahaprabhu enacted again and again in various pastimes. He would actually do that again and again. Not once or twice. Many times he would do that. Because he would this whole Sanatana Goswami's pastime, same thing. You all know that Sanatana Goswami was traveling to Jagannath Puri one time, and he actually drank some water and became sick. The sickness turned into a kind of a skin disease, right? His skin actually started getting boils, something like that. The pus would actually come out, right? It would actually become sticky pus all over the body, and he would actually avoid the main road to Jagannath Puri. And Lord Chaitanya would want to meet him, and one time he actually asked him to come. He took the route toward the ocean, the beach, right? The beach sun is on. How many of you been to this Puri Parikram? It happens in November. It's little cooler that time, but otherwise, it is said if you do Puri Parikram, it's as good as doing Parikrama of everything in the creation, including Navadip Parikram, Vrindavan Parikram, everything like that. Because Lord Chaitanya actually has given that benediction for those who cannot go anywhere. because he was there and he took bath in the ocean. So they say that. So it's very hot, the sand, right? But he did that. And Mahaprabhu was melting in, saying that don't become so, humble like this, because I have to achieve a lot of things through you. Your body belongs to me. Sanatana Prabhu's body, Goswami's body belongs to Lord Chaitanya. Similarly, for us also, once initiated, our body belongs to spiritual master. This we have to understand and at least remember once or twice in a life that my body is not for my enjoyment. It's meant for my Guru Maharaj's enjoyment. So I should actually not misuse the opportunities that I have, right? And when Sanatana Goswami actually went to Mahaprabhu embraced him because of he was so thrilled that he is showing so much, because he asked him, why did you not come to the main road? He said, if you come, then all the pujaris will come in the same road, and if they touch me, then they'll get contaminated, then they have to go out serve Jagannath. Then I can't take like that. I find it very difficult. If I contaminate, then I'll commit offenses, right? And in Jagannath Puri, I'm also finding it difficult because all these devotees are coming here and there, right? So Mahaprabhu embraced him so much, and Sanatana Goswami felt bad. Mahaprabhu could have cured him. Mahaprabhu did not cure him first time. He allowed him like this, and Sanatana Goswami felt very bad that Mahaprabhu is doing this. He's a sannyasi first of all, and then he's a Brahman also. Then why should he go through this torture of sticky thing? You embrace somebody and then your hands become very sticky and they're yucky. You go and take a bath and come, right? You don't feel comfortable to actually be with that person. So Sanatana Goswami felt that. So he waited for some days and he actually approached Jagadanand Pandit. Again, Jagannath Pandit is actually a very dear devotee of Lord Chaitanya, because we all know Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself. And who is Jagannath Pandit? Satyabhama, Srimati Satyabhama Devi. So, the divine consort of Lord Krishna. So, Jagannath Pandit mood towards Lord Chaitanya is always different. So, Jagannath Pandit mood was different. So, when Sanatana Goswami asked him, what do I do? Two things I am doing. One, I am committing offenses to all the Vaishnavas here, because sometimes they touch me and then I feel very awkward that I have contaminated them. How will they go in front of the Lord after that? They have to go and take a bath. It's extra work I am giving to them. So look at the mindset that Sanatana Goswami had, right? This is not there in Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavatam, this is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This mindset is something we have to learn, because it's very difficult. By activities I am disturbing somebody. Are they becoming worse in the Krishna consciousness, or are they becoming better in the Krishna consciousness? It's very difficult to change, but at least we can think, are we doing in the right way or not? So Sanatana Goswami thought that I'm actually doing this. Then Jagadanand Pandit said, okay. And second, what is the problem? Mahaprabhu, he embraces me, and then he becomes contaminated with the wounds and things like that. He again has to go to the ocean and take a bath. I don't feel comfortable at all. So Jagadanand Pandit told him, don't worry, I will give you a solution. You silently go to Vrindavan. 2, 1, you'll be in Rajadam. It's an awesome thing. Then you can avoid Mahaprabhu and all this different offenses that you're committing. And Sanatana said, yes, very nice idea. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this idea. Next day morning, he went and told Lord Chaitanya, Mahaprabhu, I'm going to Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu looked at him and said, whose disciple are you? You are my disciple. He said, yeah, but then I felt difficult to stay here, so I'm going. He said, whose permission are you going? He said, Jagadanand Pandit actually told me this to go. And Mahaprabhu looked at Jagadanand Pandit, because normally Jagadanand Pandit will be the same house of Mahaprabhu most of the times. Look at this fellow is a bacha. And you actually are a great preacher. In such a wonderful personality through you I have to commit, I have to do execute so many things in Krishna consciousness. Right? He has no right to actually tell you. He is a junior to you. Then look at this. This is very important, because each pastime has to be seen from different views. Sanatana Goswami started actually understanding, today I understand who your devotee is. You are glorifying me. You are chastising Jagannath Pandit. That means Jagannath Pandit is far, far ahead of me in the game. Although he is a junior. He is so exalted that Mahaprabhu is actually scolding him. That means who will you scold? Someone who is very dear to you. Right? You will say in the Abe, like that, how will you call? Can you call your mentor as Abe? You can't do that. You can't call, right? Your senior devotee, you can't say Abe. But any friends you can call. But look, Jagannath Pandit was so dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He called him, he chastised him. And Sanatana Goswami said, today I understand what your devotee is. Right? And this is from Sanatana Goswami perspective. But Lord Chaitanya's perspective, he said, you are a senior devotee. He is doing Maryada Vatikrama. He is not supposed to advise you like this. Right? He is not supposed to advise you, because if he advises you like this, that's actually offensive. You cannot actually go and advise your seniors unless until there is actually a value there. And Jagannath Pandit is actually becoming a little angry. He is angry, saying that these people somehow or other they'll come up with some pastime and they'll chastise me only all the time. He would do that because Jagannath Pandit would actually think Mahaprabhu is actually lying down like this. This is not the way my Mahaprabhu. For others he is sannyasi. For me he is Mahaprabhu, my Lord. And he would actually make a very nice pillow, bed and things like that, and give it to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu would come and see. He would actually really put all this nice grass, cotton or whatever it is, something which is not contaminating, you would use and make the pillow and everything for Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu would come and say, if I lie on this and people come to know, he'll say, what kind of sannyasi are you? Right? Sannyasi means you are supposed to be austere. I can't sleep like this. And he would sleep on the dry plantain kind of a... it would actually cut his back. He would actually be bleeding, Mahaprabhu. That is the level of austerity they had. Look at our lifestyle now. Sometimes we are very comfortable, right? And we should thank the Lord, because the Lord knows you guys are not ready for that, right? We are not ready for that, such a thing. So we should thank Lord when you read all these things. They have done so much. I am not doing anything for you. But we don't do that. Say, I am doing so much for you, my Lord. You are not giving me a nice girl for marriage. You are not getting me married. You are not getting me a job. I am having difficulty and things like that. So where is gratitude here? There is no gratitude. We are only demanding all the time. So change the mindset. Be thankful, right? I'm sorry, actually, I'm giving all this thing because there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Madhya Lila and Antya Lila is, one side is Lord Chaitanya's personal behavior to show the emotion that he had for Krishna, that is Srimati Radharani's. That is something we cannot understand at all. But what I have taken is only the instructions he is given in these pastimes, right? Is it okay? Okay. So, few more. I should finish that. So, this is something that Lord Chaitanya always liked. Simple clothes, simple mindset. Always thinking about how to worship the Lord. Amani namanadya kirtaniya sadahari. That is, don't expect respect from others and start giving respect. If you can't give respect, just don't complain at least. Right? This is what he says. And we all do it normally. I also do it. Only thing is, today at least we can go and tell the Lord, I don't want to do this. Because you are telling we should not do it. At least make me like that. Make me a pure devotee. So requesting the Lord to be like that, for us to become like that is a great thing. Because this having a simple clothing is a very great thing. Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj would actually wait wherever the dead body is there. Before the dead body is actually burnt, they will cover the body with the cloth. And you would go and pick up that cloth, wash in Yamuna and wear it. Can you imagine? I mean, imagine the Acharya's level of austerity. Because if I am wearing a nice cloth, there will be one person at least in the world who will become envious of us. Oh, why are you wearing wonderful cloth? That fellow must be having a lot of money. Look at this. He said, no one would want to actually take that cloth because it's contaminated. They will get scared. What? Bhoot aaya to ka. Right? So they don't want to actually pick up anything. And Gaur Krishna would actually do that. He would pick up, wash it in Yamuna and wear it. Right? And this attitude, you see the Acharyas and all, we actually are protected by Prabhupada and the spiritual masters. They have given us such a simple, straightforward, and that itself we find it difficult. Anyways, so, and he would actually appreciate if somebody actually demonstrated these three qualities. What is? Take praise as the greatest poison. Mahaprabhu would do this. If somebody is praising you, he would say that, what are you feeling internally? You see this, when Sanatana Goswami was praised by Lord Chaitanya, he felt it is actually a poison, like, don't praise me. Many of our acharyas are like that. If you praise them, they will run away. They'll say, no, I don't want. Then Mahaprabhu likes this mindset. Again, we have to actually handle it very carefully. I am not saying that you imitate the previous acharyas. But at least think we should come to that kind of pure devotion service they are talking about. What all they have done, how did they become like this? Our own spiritual masters, right? Like Radhanath Swami Maharaj and all. How much they struggled early days in New Vrindavan. Jayapatak Maharaj or Gopal Krishna Maharaj, all of them, how much did they struggle in their lives to come to this stage? They all want us to do that. Not that they actually anticipated. Prabhupada wanted them to be like that, they became like that. Now they are asking us to become like that. Someday we have to at least aspire. If Lord wants us to do it, He will do it, but we have to aspire for it. Again, Prabhupada Saraswati gives this. Of course, this is actually a side conversation, but Lord Chaitanya quotes this in the Chaitanya Charitamrita elsewhere, that taking criticism, especially from someone who are lower than you, if they are criticizing you, he says take it as nectar. Only then you will know how to overcome. What are the mistakes you are making? Because someone who is junior to you will not criticize you so easily. But if they are criticizing, take it as nectar, he says. Of course, there are a lot of pastimes, I'm not going to get into that details. But at least this is a good mindset that we should have, that somebody is criticizing. At least you can go and commit to the Lord today. Yes, I definitely don't want to be like that. But it's not easy to overcome these qualities. But Mahaprabhu says, if somebody actually follows all these principles in life, Krishna becomes very easy to get in one lifetime. One lifetime. And many times you see that all our previous acharyas, all our own spiritual masters have done something like this. They become very, very austere in their lives, become serious like that. And says, worship Krishna always, Radha and Krishna. You can respect any Vishnu Tattva. Mahaprabhu would go to all the different temples, all Vishnu temples, Lord Shiva temples, but would always worship Radha and Krishna. He would not even worship Balaji. Right? Balaji worship is Vishnu worship. And our Sampradaya doesn't allow that. Our Sampradaya allows only Radha and Krishna worship. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai, Gaur Nitai. Narsingdev Bhaktivinoda Thakur actually introduced, so for protection, so we worship them also. But otherwise, other deities worshipping is not there. We respect them as Vishnu Tattvas. These are all there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you see that, it's all there. But sometimes people don't read all these things and then come to conclusion everything is okay. No. We respect all the Vishnu Tattva deities, but worship only Radha and Krishna, because that's a goal. If you deviate, then you don't get the benefit. Very interesting. And be in Vrindavan or Vrindavan consciousness, Prabhupada mentions, because Lord Chaitanya would go to Vrindavan, and remember, he wanted to go to Vrindavan, Advaita Acharya stopped him, right, and brought him back, right? And he asked him, like, am I not in Vrindavan? How come you also came here? Right? And Advaita Acharya said, yeah, wherever you are, that is Vrindavan. Is it wrong? It's not wrong. So that consciousness you have to maintain, he says. That wherever we are, we should actually cultivate that. Worshipping Radha and Krishna all the time. Mentally at least. If not physically, at least mentally we should actually keep thinking about Radha and Krishna. Right? So this mindset we have to cultivate. It's not easy to get this mindset. Because we are naturally trained to think about material world. Right? Because one of the important things Mahaprabhu also mentions is this actually, while he actually spoke to all the devotees, only do one thing. What is that you have to do? Chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This for those who actually are not intelligent, can't understand anything for them. For rest of them, he said, please understand the philosophy. Because if you don't understand the philosophy, you don't even know that we are chanting Hare Krishna to please Krishna. Sometimes we chant Hare Krishna mantra, Krishna Krishna, twine. We don't even know what we are thinking. Sometimes we actually are so fast in chanting. Are we really chanting for Krishna's name? Are we calling Krishna? Who are we calling? Who am I worshipping for? What mindset I am supposed to worship? This you will not get easily. But chanting Hare Krishna you will get, but it will take many lifetimes. Because Vidya Vadu Jivanam is there. The source of all knowledge is Krishna. He will give you, but it will take many lifetimes. If you want it in one lifetime, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, hearing is very important. Just don't do service alone without hearing. It's very, very important. Many people actually think that I just do service, it's sufficient. No, it will take many, many lifetimes. understand the right attitude of how to serve Krishna. It's very important. Mahaprabhu actually mentioned this to Sanatana Goswami in the conversations in the Dashada Ashwamedha Ghat. Mahaprabhu says that, please write the scriptures so that those who are really serious and qualified will understand these things and come back to me easily. In the purport, Prabhupada mentioned that that's why I'm actually writing all these things, so that you all read. Really amazing purports that Prabhupada has written in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Because in Bhagavad Gita is very polished. Bhagavatam is in the mind of a preacher, but in Chaitanya Charitamrita is brutal. Prabhupada commentary is no compromise at all. He wants to make the devotees very strict, right? So he does that. And then he actually mentions something very simple. Example like how the devotees would actually interact. Shivananda Sen's pastime is a very important pastime because Shivananda Sen's mindset, right? You all know that Shivananda Sen actually used to take yatras. Our devotees also take for yatras. And one time actually made some mistake where Nityananda Prabhu did not get proper arrangements. So Nityananda Prabhu asked who actually made all arrangements. Everyone said Shivananda Sen. So Nityananda Prabhu went and kicked him on his chest. And Shivananda Sen actually slaughtered, "Oh Lord, many personalities like Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi, all the different, they worship Indra, all these worship you to get lotus feet dust from you. Right? For the mistake I have done, you are giving me dust of your lotus feet." Look at the way he is thinking. He did not become angry. If I worship you, what will happen then? What will you give me? For all the mistakes I have made, you are giving me lotus feet dust. Nityananda Prabhu's dust is actually on his chest. Now if I actually do some nice activity to please you, what can I expect? And he started crying. Shivananda Sen actually became very emotional. And Nityananda Prabhu said, this is actually the devotee mindset. This is all explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita in a detail. This is all devotee relationship. What is the bhav or what is the emotion that we need to show towards the Lord? When you actually go through a difficulty in life, what do you go and tell the Lord? Why are you doing this to me, Lord? Right? That's what normally we do. Normal karmi will do like that. But look at Shivananda Sena. He is saying that I have not done anything. I made a mistake first of all. I should arrange for you people because I was held back in the toll gate. I couldn't come on time. I could have planned better. I didn't plan. So he became sorry. And he said, thanks, my Lord. You actually gave me the lotus feet dust on your chest. Thank you so much. And if I worship you favorably, what I can expect? I don't know. So he started crying emotionally. And Nityananda Prabhu embraced him. He gave him the mercy. This mindset we have to actually cultivate. Go and thank the Lord for whatever condition we are in. If you do this all through your life, can't you understand that it becomes very easy to go back to Godhead? Because any unfavorable condition also you will become very happy. And that's actually a very boon. This is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's amazing pastime of Shivananda Sena that he gives. Because Nityananda Prabhu embraced him and then blessed him. Because he said, you let your son die. In fact, he said, you let your son die because what you have done is not right. But here it's completely different mindset he actually accepted. So Mahaprabhu became very happy. Same thing, if you go and tell the Lord, whatever difficulties are there, thank you for giving me this difficulty. I know you have a plan. Thank you, my Lord. And if you're grateful to that, Lord will embrace you also. You will actually get extra mercy. Rather than going and then complaining, saying that this is not okay, that's not okay. Right? Again, don't think that I am actually doing all these things, okay? I am reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita and giving this. I am also trying to practice. It's not easy. Since today is Gaur Purnima, we can definitely pray to the Lord to bestow us these kind of good qualities that we aspire to be like the previous acharyas. And all these acharyas become associates of Lord Chaitanya. We can also become associates of Lord Chaitanya. Right? So, those who actually are not able to read books, please help them understand these things. Because many of them do service thinking it's actually service to Krishna, but mindset is not right. If they are actually doing service without the right mindset, Lord does not accept them. Doesn't accept that. So that's why they are expected to actually hear from the senior Vaishnavas and learn these things. It's very important. And, oh, okay. Prayer to the Lord. We can always take some time today. Pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Pray for what? Pray for us to follow what Prabhupada has written in his books. Become like that, what is he expecting, what the previous acharyas are expecting. Us to become nice, then pray for whom you are preaching to. Let them also become devotees. The whole world, not everybody has become devotees. Let's pray for all of them. Let them all become devotees. Right? And our own family members, dear and near ones, all of them, let them all become devotees of Krishna. Because Lord Chaitanya appeared for what reason? To deliver everybody. How is it possible that He can deliver everybody? He wants all of us. Prabhu actually explained very nicely, Radhapati also explained how He actually has so much of love of Godhead. He wants to distribute. How is He going to distribute? He can do it. In fact, one time, Srila Prabhupada was there in Los Angeles. This is the same video where the ooh, that sound keeps coming, because there was actually a karate school next to Prabhupada's room. And they would actually hear that sound all the time. And Prabhupada says, see how much wasting they are doing. I mean, they are wasting their time. Instead of actually attending Krishna conscious program, they are wasting their time in this karate. One day, will come, then he will not go, will not be there because he did. Prabhupada was very funny. And that time, Vishnu Jana Maharaj actually asked Prabhupada, saying that, Prabhupada, if Krishna is all powerful, Lord Chaitanya is all powerful, why did He not actually deliver everybody? He couldn't do it. Right? Or Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is an Acharya. If he has done everything, he can finish everything, right? Why? Prabhupada said He's left it to us, all of us, so that we all can be part of Lord Chaitanya's movement and Sankirtan movement especially, and pass on that same nectar that you are getting to others. And this nectar is not going to end. The more you give out, the more you get. It's like a water tank. If you don't give it to others, you are not going to get it. No matter how much ever you follow, you will not get it. Because Lord Chaitanya wants us to do what He wants us to do. Prabhu said, right, Krishna Prabhu in the morning, he said that Lord Chaitanya will be pleased when you actually preach. So this attitude we should keep. Both Siddhanta, Seva, Sadachar, Sadhana, all these things has to be packaged properly and do it. Don't just focus on one and drop something else. All these things about it. So pray to the Lord today. Pray for everybody, our own family, people, because no one prays for them. We have to pray that they all become devotees of Krishna. And Lord Chaitanya's mercy is there for all of us. Yeah. So I'll stop here because it's, I don't want to actually go on. It's afternoon time, right? There's so much of nectar definitely, but we should actually pray and maybe we can have kirtan for some time. 10 minutes. Is it okay? Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Please come. We're very happy. Madhusudan Prabhu actually is attending the Mangalarati program every day. We are so inspiring. It's really inspiring that he is actually coming. Mataji also comes every day. Again, it's not easy when you become old to attend these programs, okay? But if they are actually taking it, it's really, really inspiring. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
First of all, a correction. I have not become old. Okay, that's straight. Actually, one thing I'm very clear in my mind. Once you're an ISKCON devotee, we have Janma, Mrityu, Jara Vyadi. We have Janma, Mrityu, Jara Vyadi. But if you're a Hare Krishna devotee, you lose the right of saying, I'm old. Because our founder at the age of 69, 70, till 81 made 108 temples. So if anybody says, I'm too old, hey, hello, you're an ISKCON devotee. You're not a regular guy, So getting old is not an option. It's not an excuse. Okay, I just want to add something. Prabhu gave a beautiful class, very heart-touching. Thank God I heard this after many years about, the austerity of prasadam. So on a personal level, maybe, someday, there are a lot of advanced people who can be very austere. But for me and for many thousands and millions of people in ISKCON, our first attraction has been prasadam. Like I was floored by khichdi. For me, khichdi on Hare Krishna Hill was, oh my God, me and there was a god brother, Ravindra Nitai, we used to sit together and we used to eat so much of khichdi and ready to pass out, And in the hill temple, they had a rule, you'll get only one papad. If you're a little influential, then you'll get two maximum. So there's a devotee, I'm going to mention his name, it's fun. Achintya Chaitanya, who now lives in Mayapur. So from his house, he used to bring papads. Okay, so they'll serve khichdi and then he'll take out a papad from his box and eat the khichdi. And one Prabhupada disciple actually wrote a poem for Prabhupada, and there he mentioned that he was defeated, completely conquered by samosa, which Prabhupada himself used to cook. And everybody knows what's most famous prasadam which Prabhupada started?
Gulab Jamun, ISKCON bullet.
ISKCON bullet. So there's this story that Prabhupada used to keep a jar on his table. I'm not sure if it was Simply Wonderful or it was Gulab Jamun. Gulab Jamun on his table. And any devotee used to come in to have some discussion, then he'll give them one Gulab Jamun. And so actually Prabhupada made things a lot more easier than what we read. You know? So then when the devotee is about to leave, Prabhupada picks up a Gulab Jamun and very meticulously, without touching his lips, he drops it in his mouth and he says, "We will eat our way back to Godhead." The Prabhupada's words. So with your permission, we're going to have some juice prasadam. No. And then regarding clothes, I want to add something. See, an acharya changes things to suit the times. Correct? So I don't want you all to wear torn clothes or be attached to torn clothes. Even that will become an attachment, you're attached to torn clothes. So when Mukund Maharaj was a young person in London, so Prabhupada actually uses these words. He says, dress, then address. And then he tells, the Mukund Maharaj is just learning everything, and he's going to meet some very important people in London for ISKCON. So then he says, what should I wear? And Prabhupada tells him, you buy a suit for yourself. So he goes to one place and buys an expensive suit from ISKCON money. He's bought a beautiful, impeccable, full suit with shoes and everything, to meet those people. And he wears the suit and comes out, and then Prabhupada's coming from the front. Okay, Prabhupada's coming from the front, and there's a puddle there with all mud and water. And then he's just frozen in the suit. And the Prabhupada's coming, everybody's paying obeisances, dandavats, and then he's just stuck. He doesn't know what to do. So then he just does like a pranam that. And then Prabhupada tells him, one has to be practical. So for preaching, I think you need to dress reasonably attractively.
Yes.
On a personal level, we can be simple. Anyway, thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thanks for actually giving this. Yeah. There are so many wonderful things that what I was trying to point is, our acharyas have been very austere, and Prabhupada has given us so much practical that we can follow. How much grateful we have to be with this person, our acharya, right? So that's what I was trying to communicate there.
So some great people are attracted to and come through the route of philosophy. Some advanced people. But there are a lot of devotees who actually have mentioned that their first visit to ISKCON was through Govindas. So you want to have a Govindas, you come to Govindas and nothing else, And even in our earlier days, we still love it. We go to Mayapur, they have this pizza, and wow, it's really different, It's, yeah. So Prabhupada made things really, really nice. And so there was a Mataji who made a sweet. You still get that sweet, I think, only in Tirupati temple. Simply Wonderful.
Simply Wonderful.
So, how many of you all have, you all know Simply Wonderful?
Simply Wonderful is a milk sweet.
Huh? Okay, they all know, but I love to hear this myself, so I'm telling you all.
We should actually
for
make
somebody
it
who's
here.
not heard. So,
milk sweet.
When Mataji made a sweet out of milk powder, and it was an amazing sweet, round balls, and gave to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada put in his mouth and said, "This is simply wonderful." And then the name of the sweet is Simply Wonderful. Now, if you go somewhere, you ask anybody in ISKCON, if they are, in some temples they make it. Tirupati used to make it and sell it.
All outside India they make it.
With some raisins and all that.
Yes.
So tell them, what is this? They'll say, this is Simply Wonderful. Prabhupada gave the name. So everything here is simply wonderful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So, any good singers? Volunteers? 10 minutes? Yes, Abhimanyu Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Huh? Okay. We'll all stand up and do kirtan. You can sing. Ask him. Yes. We'll do kirtan, then after that little rest, again continue with the evening program. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Ananta Kode Vaishnavendra ki jai.